Hello, my loves. So, I wanted to come on with a quick little message video. I actually intended to make a little longer one, but my schedule this week is just so packed that, I thought I'd just take the opportunity. I have a minute now and come at least online with a short little video, because I set the intention to come on here more regularly. So I want to share something that is literally very, very loud right now, and it has to do with the topic of closing out cycles and breaking cycles. We've been talking about that over the last few weeks here on this channel. And so what I'm observing right now is that with that overall closing out energy, it's just very, very prominent in the collective right now. And this is not going by unnoticed. So if we try to get out of old patterns, old cycles, systems, that can be a family, a friend group, a society, a religion, a workplace, doesn't matter, like whatever kind of systems you are a part of, and you feel like it is time to level out of, it's time to leave behind, because you are recognizing that there are certain patterns in there or energies that are not beneficial, and you are working on breaking those patterns, those energies. And there are just a lot of distractions happening. I had to pause for a second here because there were some cyclists coming by talking, and so if we're breaking out of those like old patterns and systems, it's not something that will be unnoticed. The system has no interest in losing you. It has no interest in letting you go without a fight. And mostly because we are an energy source for those systems. And this, I'm not saying that the people that are inside that system and you might get resistance from them, for example, that they are doing that like with ill intentions or on like consciously. For the most part, it will be quite unconscious. But those systems that we are part of, they have kind of a life of their own. They are energetic systems that are dependent on each and every little element of that system. It's like, I always see it kind of like a clockwork. So if you have a clock and you just put out like a tiny little screw or a tiny little one of those wheels, the whole system can collapse. So especially, and I feel like this collective is like, you are people who, or your souls, who have quite a stabilizing energy and effect on others. You are a light. You are a light to others, and you are naturally givers, often over givers. So you are pouring a lot of your energy and attention into those systems. And by the way, it doesn't always have to be like a bigger system. It can also be a relationship that just came through. It can also be, for example, a marriage or a friendship or a sibling, a mother, a father, a work colleague. It doesn't really matter. It can be anything. And so yeah, with this breaking out of it, we are pulling back our energy, and we are making the decision to leave whatever is holding us hostage and feeding off of our energy. And to no longer allow that is actually a conscious choice. And I might touch on that in a different reading at another time. Oh, it's not a reading, a message or video at another time, because that is like a huge topic in and of its own. But yeah, so what I want to talk about today is what happens when you actually try to break out of it. And the system will increase the pressure. It will turn up the volume. And so this is happening for me at the moment, and like I say, I see this collectively happening as well. There's literally a lot of noise. So much noise. And noise doesn't always have to be sound. It can be a fast-paced energy. It can be pressure, like maybe schedules. Like I said, like I have such a jam-packed schedule this week. I have several like external deadlines to meet. There are familial obligations that I have to be part of, and there's like all this external circumstances that are adding up, and at the same time there's a lot of happening in the astrology right now. There's a lot of tension with the planets, so it kind of is all adding up, and right now it feels a bit like a make it or break it energy. And so maybe that does just be like a little reminder of, don't get caught up in the noise, whatever the noise is for you. It is okay when you feel the pressure, when you feel the stress. I do too. I literally had to, I could tell how grumpy I was getting. I'm staying at my mom's at the moment, and I was just getting so grumpy that I had to say, I'm sorry, but I just have to. I borrowed her bike and I cycled over to a forest that's nearby and just took a walk. But even here, like, it was like, I've been sitting here for about half an hour and nobody came by, and the minute I started recording, like, there were like 2 or 3 people walking by or cycling by, like those little interruptions that you can see in the video. So yeah, there is, like I say, there's a lot of pressure, a lot of noise happening right now, and what I got was this is actually happening on like purpose from whatever source it is coming from, that is not wanting you to leave, that is not happy seeing you exit out of whatever you're exiting out of. And so they are trying, and again, it's not necessarily the people who are doing that consciously, it's more like it's like a collective intelligence, I would say, that is doing that. It's sometimes, in some cases, it can be an entity, like in like a spirit attachment, or like I say, those systems, and especially if they are bigger, they can kind of develop their life of their own, and they have like a limited but like a certain kind of intelligence to them. And yeah, so what that whatever that is for you, what they are trying and what I'm picking up on, and like I say, I can feel it in myself. They are going for your Achilles heel. And I actually posted it, a reading on my other channel. I'm going to link it down there, about the Achilles heel, because I find it interesting that it's coming through that way right now too. So there's a connection, and I was talking about scattered brain and scattered energy and calling back your energy, so that might be interesting for you. Anyways, it's using whatever your Achilles heel is against you. So in my case, it's noise. It's I'm very sensitive to sound, and I know that many of you are too. And it's really doing something like to my nervous system, and my nervous system is reacting. And I'm the other thing is time pressure. There's a lot of scheduling happening, and like deadlines, and like I say, time crunches that I have to meet right now, and it's almost like a crescendo of different energies and like sounds and noise and demands on me, and I can tell how my nervous system is reacting. So I went here, and I had this beautiful tree that was so kind to ground me, and I was just lying here and taking in the energy, and I feel so much better now. Little insects crawling over my feet. But yeah, what I could feel was like a popping, or almost like like my left ear was hurting. And what I got with that was that we are, with all that noise happening, it's hard to listen to your own voice. It's hard to hear yourself. But this is actually like, it's really, really important in this time. It's a crucial time. It's a very, very important time that we are in right now, and it's important that we literally don't lose our shit over it. Excuse my French, but yeah, it's really important. So allow yourself the time outs. Go out in nature. Go like do things that just allow you to relax. And ask the trees, for example, or whatever you like to connect with, the water, the sea, the rivers, the sky, the rain, the wind, whatever you feel connected to or called to. Ask them for support, for clearing, for wisdom, guidance. They all can help you. And a lot of grounding, if possible. Maybe walk barefoot. Actually, I will do that. When I walk back to my bike, I will put my shoes off and just walk barefoot. And yeah, so just draw on your resources, draw on what you know is good for you and giving you energy. And maybe if you feel like it, you can leave a comment and share what that is. Maybe you're inspiring others as well. I would love to hear it too. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that for today. I'm wishing you all the best, sending you lots of love and inner peace and calm and quiet. And yeah, just remember what we're doing this for, and take care of yourself, look after yourself. And yeah, so wishing you all the best and looking forward to connecting with you in the next video. Until then, take care, my loves.